Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee Talk. And it's a echoey coffee talk this morning. Morning.
It really is.
It really is. Even without emphasis, you will sort of recognize this space because we're in our auditorium, but it doesn't look right, does it?
Yeah. Can I just say?
Yes.
Okay, so I was on a vocal tour,
Yeah.
and so we would go to all these different churches, and we had this one sound guy who was just really into it, and he would walk into every single church, and he would go.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry, he had fish gills?
He would listen to the echo all around him.
Hear which direction it's coming from.
Interesting.
Probably more effective when you don't have someone like 2 meters away from you shouting at you. Anyways, hey, we are blessed with a great facility, and I like to think about this place. I don't know you guys. For me, this building is a tool, and we all know what happens when we don't maintain our tools, right? They fall apart, wear out, and
Is that why I have to keep on buying more tools?
maybe.
Yeah.
No, mine
Or
usually.
let's say it's like maintenance for your car, for your bike.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Which are
absolutely.
tools for me.
You have to oil the chain. You have to change the oil
Wait,
in the
so
car.
are you saying those lights on the dash are telling me something? No, we all have stuff in our life that needs to be maintained.
Yeah.
Tools, vehicles, right? Transportation modes, relationships, everything needs maintenance. And our building, just like your house, I mean, how many more analogies do we need? You need to be on top of things.
Yeah.
Otherwise... So, some floors are getting cleaned in here because I could not count on one hand I don't know how the floors are so stained when we might look at this and go, well, it's hardly been used. Well, let's see, there was a meal at Christmas and there was a meal this last week, and it has still been used.
Yeah.
So, it'll all be normal by Sunday, or normal-ish, because... I don't know, we don't always put things exactly back the same. But yeah, it'll be normal.
Something
You'll walk in on Sunday morning and you'll be like, oh, okay, I recognize this space. This looks different from Coffee Talk. And yeah, it will. But that's just where we're at. This morning as we're filming Coffee Talk, we're expecting an afternoon of cleaning in here.
Can I add to that too? Like, we say, okay, there's stains, there's this, there's that. I would also like to highly applaud, and in case you were unaware, the work that Esther Gardner Senior does.
Yes.
We love what she does, because like even this last week, like there was different places. We had a lot of stuff going on, and kids and snack food and building was happening and all that stuff. And then during the week she came in and she actually made it look very impressive. And so she does that all year long. So thank you to Esther. If you see her on a Sunday morning, just say, thank you, Esther, for the work that she does. I know she goes well above and beyond to make it look really good. But there's stuff that she can't help,
deep
right?
clean,
like deep cleaning and like some of the coffee stains that people leave on a Sunday morning.
Accidents happen, and so that's just where we're at today. And it was drama camp. We talked a little bit last week in Coffee Talk as we were in the middle of drama camp, what that was like. But now that it's over, and now Jeff especially, I'm really looking forward to what you're going to say. But we'll start with Kevin, but then we'll give you more time to think, because this is really the first drama camp you've experienced in its fullness. Even last year, you were. We had a drama camp, but you were away, right?
Yeah.
So you didn't.
It happened to be the week that I had.
You heard about it, but
away.
you didn't live it and experience it. And so I do want to hear it. But Kevin, highlight from drama camp for you.
The highlight was we put a very high bar in front of actually some younger kids. This wasn't an older group. This was a younger group, and we put a fairly high bar of like, this is what we normally do. Rise to the occasion, and they did. We had somebody even on sound who had never done sound before, and actually did really well. Yeah, I know, like some of the sound issues that we did have actually had nothing to do with that person, with that camper. And so like it just amazed me how well this young group really got into it and really did well and really rose to the occasion. Even on stage, like the whole cast was a lot younger, and they really got into it, and I was very proud of them, and very impressed by the end of the week. And then on the flip side, even though this crew was younger, the volunteers for doing a lot of behind the scenes, they weren't they weren't that group, they were a little bit older. And so it was like we had a great balance of these older youth getting into it as well too, which also made the whole thing, I think, really smooth. Like from our technical setup side, everybody kind of just knew their thing, because we've done a couple of these before, and we've set up the infrastructure in the lights and in the sound that we can just, okay, we'll just pop it into that and we'll move over here, and that's not working, okay, we'll just adjust this, and we have all that ready to go. And that was very enjoyable to just work with a crew that they just knew what they were doing and they just went for it.
Yeah.
Very good. It was so weird for me when I was prepping for it. I'm going, okay, so who's going to be at drama camp? I'm looking through the list of stuff, and I quickly realized that Micaiah was the oldest actor on stage.
Yeah.
And it was sort of like, because there was one member of the tech crew was older than her, but other than that, she was like the oldest person at camp, second oldest at camp. And I went, so you have that moment as a parent where you're like, oh man, my kids are getting old. And at the same time, you're like, oh no, this is a younger group, but did exceptional.
Oh yeah.
And so it's always great. Probably, this is going to sound weird, I think my favorite part, other than because I had a few favorites, right? I loved watching my kids. I loved how well they did. I loved just hanging out on Monday night when we went after drama camp all day. We went to the beach together with those of us who were youth age. That was awesome. The bowling, the field trip morning was awesome because it was just fun to just kind of play together, right? But I think, it's going to sound weird, I think my favorite part is no smoke. I'm just like, right? So we could go out and we could come in and we could send people out to the park, and it just, you can sometimes forget like how much even though we're indoors, the outside environment impacts things.
Yeah.
And so it really, I mean, it was warm, but it wasn't cooking hot. Like it's not as hot as it is going to be like Thursday, right? Like it's supposed to be a hot one, so set your AC accordingly. So that's, there's a lot to be thankful and reflect on of how good it was. But
I remember last year, we were painting stuff outside. We couldn't leave it out there too long because otherwise ash would stick to
right,
it.
right?
Yeah.
Last year was so different.
Really smoky.
So different last year. It was unbelievable. Jeff, highlights for you.
Man, what you guys said were some of the stuff I was going to say, so I don't need to repeat a whole lot. But I had the unique opportunity to be a part of it, like in it, right? Which was really good for me because it helped me realize how hard it is. Like, I just thought, I have 5 lines, and I have to try to dance with the kids. But trying to dance, first of all, I'm not very, smooth and graceful dancer without a lot of effort. And but secondly, like trying to remember, okay, this part goes like this, and you got to clap now, and then you go up, down, and I didn't get it, but at this point, and
you did far better than I would have. Like,
but usually I would be more in a not. I don't think I would have done your role because I don't know the technology, but I would probably have been coordinating something like what you do, which is a lot of work. So watching you guys do what you did, I mean, like you guys put a lot of work into it. So that was really cool for me just to see you guys doing all the work and then being okay with me just being part of it. That was really fun.
More than okay with it. So much more thankful it was you and not me. Let's put it that way. It was like,
but it just gave me an in with the kids too, like, hey, we're on, and are you nervous? And we're doing push-ups on against the wall out in the hallway, and just
you had to get pumped up for your role as well.
Kind of being a part of just doing that with them, but Monday is when we choreographed that song, and that was the first song we choreographed, and I was like, he kept moving on, and I was like, I don't even really know what you just said for that part, so how do we move on? And I was looking at these kids, and I'm thinking, are they going to come back tomorrow? Like, this is a lot of work. And they worked so hard every day, and so I just thought, what a cool thing that these kids come, and they have fun, but they're working. They're doing something, and then they present this finished thing, and so you give them, like a lot of Vacation Bible School is great, but it's for the kids, whereas this is for the kids, yet it's for them to be for somebody, you know, so they're kind of almost like in our theme, blessed to be a blessing, right?
Interesting how that comes out.
Yeah. So, and just seeing, like you said, the older kids serving the younger kids and being so into it, like really, you know, really caring and really wanting to do well and all that. But I mean, that just brings, like, the other thing that was really cool to me was we were in this series, Blessed to be a Blessing. So, like, there's several ways that this kind of played into that theme, which, you know, as I'm studying for the next sermon as well, this was throughout the whole Bible. It's so important. Blessed to be a blessing. Like, we're not blessed to hold on to it, and we're not always blessed in the ways that we think we should be, but we're blessed with relationship. We're blessed with God loving us. We're blessed with the ability to receive Him and love Him back. But they were blessed, you know, by having this opportunity, but then they were a blessing to their parents. Then what you said on Sunday was really cool. In the play, there was a line where Joseph said, "Grandpa Abe." So
great grandpa,
or was it great grandpa?
Yes, great grandpa Abe.
Great
Yes,
grandpa
I
Abe.
know what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So great grandpa Abe, which makes you realize, wow, he's only not very far removed from Abraham, who was called to be blessed to be a blessing. Yeah. And then he said that. He said, "Remember, great grandpa was, you know," and then so yeah. And then what was your challenge? Your challenge?
Well, it was two part. I mean, first off, because we talked about how it's. We don't have to think of it this way, but blessing is, first of all, relationship. It's God with us, right? And so part of the challenge is just to know that that's God's heart, is that He wants to be, He's with us. He's for us. He wants that connection. And He makes that available, right? That's the gospel, is that's available through Jesus. Done. Full stop. So that's part one, because, you know, recognizing that we all need that reminder that that blessing is not just, oh man, you know, found $50 in this coat, or, you know, got a promotion.
Buy my new car.
Right, or whatever. It's not materialistic, but blessing is, every day I wake up, God is with me. Done. That's blessed. That's I think, especially in North America, we forget that so quickly. But that's what the rest that's what the rest of the world has understood so much more. And we look at them, oh, they're so poor. No, they understand that every day God is with them. They're going to make it. God is with them. And that's what I think we as Christians need so desperately to really understand in our core. So that's challenge part one. The other part was that given that we are blessed, it's not just for us, right? That God could have just rescued Joseph's family. God could have even just said, okay, well, He's going to do that through Egypt, so it could have just been restricted to Egypt plus Joseph's family. But actually, that what Genesis tells us is that all of the nations came to Egypt to be saved. And so that blessing went worldwide. Right? And it does make me think, and I didn't share this with anybody, but when Jesus talks to His disciples, right? Be my witness in Jerusalem, Judea, and the ends of the earth. It's the same thing, right? It's in your family, in your country, and to the ends of the earth. Share Jesus. Go and bless the whole world. And so
that's a beautiful parallel. Like, there's so many, but that's really, I like that. I really liked how you brought that out, though, that God could have just saved Joseph's family. I mean, that's, you know. Right,
they're the chosen ones. He could have just said, you're my guys, but He didn't.
He saved the whole world. And yet, as we've been talking in our Blessed to be a Blessing, and in Mark, the Jewish people have forgotten that. They're about me and my country, and setting up reign over us and kicking out the bad people, and, you know, instead of how do we see a bigger picture?
How do we share this space so that we can bless them through our proximity?
Right.
And sometimes that gets missed in the pursuit of
Well, we hope that you're feeling blessed, that you are recognizing God's blessing on you, His relationship, His desire to be with you. Like, you know, and I'm reminded of Elijah on the mountain. when it was Elijah against the prophets, right? And the prophets were praying, hey, wake up, you know, cutting themselves, trying to wake up their gods. We don't have a God that we have to wake up. We have a God who's, you know, actually saying, come to me.
Best part of that
come
story.
to me.
Go on.
Yeah. Okay, tell me what's the
Oh, my favorite part of that story is when he starts taunting them. Which is maybe not the lesson to take away is that, hey, we should taunt those that are wrong. But just it's the I think the human side of Elijah starts coming out. And
is your God asleep?
is he
Maybe
on the
he's
toilet?
off doing something else. Yeah, I know. But we don't have a God like that. He's always present, right? And he wants us. He doesn't just allow us to come into his presence. He desires our presence, which is so amazing.
He cleared the obstacles.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's not just if you can make it, go ahead. It's that's in your way here, let's get that out of the way. Oh, that's in your way too. Oh, let's get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a tripping hazard there. Here, let me shine a light on it so you can see it.
And to go one step further, that his presence now resides within us.
Yes.
So it's not even like we have to think about, you know, is his presence here or not here, or did he show up or not? He's constantly there, right? That's the Holy Spirit.
And like you said, shine a light on it. Sometimes our pain and suffering, like C.S. Lewis says, is God's megaphone, right?
Yeah.
We're not seeing him. We're not noticing him. Oh, maybe we need to go through some pain, some struggle to recognize that he's with us, you know? Like, and, or it's not always because of something we did either. It's like, I'm with you in this, you know?
And yet that too is a blessing, right? Because they also shared
because I'm
how
with you.
some would look at Joseph in jail and go, man, that's a curse. God must hate you.
Right.
And how often did Jesus encounter that, right? Is this person have this disability because of sin? Like, are they cursed?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
But God's going to reveal his glory here.
Yeah.
That's blessing talk.
Oh,
That's absolutely right.
Oh, there's so many great stories. Yeah.
I mean, we could go on and on for
Yeah.
hours because guess what? This is such a rich biblical theme.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. But I guess what we'll leave you with this morning is that if you haven't watched the presentation from last week, or if you want to watch it again, or if you have friends or family who you're like, they should see this, it's all up online and you should go watch it, and you should watch it again and again and again. And because I know that all the actors in it would just love that. They'd love to know that you have been encouraged, that you enjoy it. They did it for you in many ways. And so you can still check that out. It'll be up for probably, I don't know, as long as YouTube is a thing, or copyrights come after us or something. But we've paid to have that available.
Yeah, so. and it just to piggyback on what you're just go one step further. Pray for these actors. Like, pray for the kids. Like we prayed leading up to it, but really they did it for us. But they also heard the story of Joseph for the first time, some of them through the week. And so pray for the people that were in the tech team, and for the children that have come, so that they would understand Jesus and the blessing.
Absolutely.
So sorry.
No, that's perfect, because it's important to remember that this isn't just a group of Christian kids from other churches. A lot of them don't have any understanding of faith. They just don't. That their family thought, hey, drama camp, that sounds fun, and sends them off. And maybe the kid has an interest in drama or tech or whatever, so they send them to camp. And we are very happy to receive those people, because it's open for everyone. And let that inform your prayer. How crazy is it that people end up hearing the gospel for the first time as they're telling people about it. Like, it's a weird way, but you know what? It's a beautiful thing that happens, and it's all good. So I think that's kind of it for us this week. Enjoy the waning days of August, and get out and try not to get too hot in the next few days, and we'll see you on Sunday.